Hey everyone. So it's been a while. Well, not that long, but I just didn't record anything last week because I was super busy. But uh, I've been thinking about something, that I've realized more and more over the past, you know, 4 or 5 years, I would say, and something that I've gotten better at. So what inspired this episode is a conversation I had with my friend, right? And it's this concept of feeling good, right? So in life, I've seen it with myself, like in the past, and with a lot of other people as well, is that we feel good when something good happens. And we've sort of decided that we only feel good when good things happen, right? And something good that happens is different for every person, it's defined differently. And there's different levels of good things that happen in life that make people feel good. But what I've grown to realize is that you don't need something good to happen in life for you to actually feel good, because the feeling is not necessarily the result of the outcome. The feeling is the result of the thoughts you had, based on the outcome. But the thoughts you have is completely under your control regardless of the outcome. How I know this is because sometimes something good can happen, or something objectively good can happen for somebody, but they might think it's the worst thing, right? And still feel bad about it. And so today I went, on a walk, and I went for coffee, just to sit and like read and write. And I was like, wow, this is great. This is amazing. Even though this is something I do every weekend, it's nothing new that's happening, but I feel really good about it. And the reason I feel good about it is because I've decided to realize and see that, oh wow, this thing that's happening, so this thing that I do every day is actually it's so amazing. It's I feel great. I feel a sense of freedom. I feel like I'm able to just sit, relax, think, express something that many people in the world are not able to do. There are many people in this world who don't have this concept of, oh, I'm going to go on a weekend to a coffee shop to sit and read and write and think. Some people have to work all 7 days a week. There's no concept of like just sitting and thinking and relaxing, right? And so I realized the more I look and the more I see and the more I decide and choose to feel good, the more I'm able to, right? Despite whatever. This isn't to say that, my life is objectively great and like everything is great is happening. That's why, I'm able to see this. I have a lot of challenges right now in life. I have a lot of stuff that I'm struggling with. I have a lot of stuff that I have to work on. I have a lot of unknowns, but I've realized that despite all of that, I can still choose to be happy or choose to feel good, more specifically, right? I can wake up and literally decide that, hey, you know what? Despite the fact that maybe I didn't sleep well, or despite the fact that this isn't working out, or I'm not able to close this deal, or whatever it is, today is going to be good. And here's why. I'm going to get up, I'm going to go, I'm going to have my coffee, I'm going to go work out, come back, you know, uh, sit and make my first 40, 45 dials to build my pipeline. Stuff like that. Like, I can just decide what is my definition of a good day, what's my definition of uh, what feels good, right? And I can choose that. And I think part of the problem that a lot of people have is that they have a very, very high bar for what allows them to feel good and a very low bar for what makes them feel bad, right? So, for example, someone might decide that, oh, you know what? Right now, my life is miserable and it's only going to be great and wonderful once I get a job, or once I get, like, I don't know, X amount of money, etc., right? Or once I'm able to buy like this electronic whatever. I was there when I was a kid. For me, I would be miserable until I got my PS3, or I would get the newest Call of Duty, right? And I realized that it doesn't have to be like that, you know. And I would, and then if you look at the other side, I would get really pissed off when the slightest thing happened, or feel really, really bad. You know, for example, I remember when I used to go to restaurants, my food would take a long time to come, right? Or if I didn't get like a fizzy drink, like a Coke or Pepsi, I would feel horrible. Like, oh, I didn't get my drink, you know? So I personally had a very high bar to feel good and a very low bar to feel bad. What happened as a result is that I'm feeling bad most of the time, you know, like in 7 days a week. Most of those 7 days, I'm feeling bad, or it's very easy for me to find a way to feel bad. And it's very hard for me to find a way to feel good. So I think that it all just comes down to choosing, what feels good and what feels bad, right? And making it easier for yourself to feel good about things in life, and making it harder for yourself to feel bad. And so I had this conversation with my friend, and he was like, shit, the last few weeks or months, everything is just going bad. And I just feel bad all the time, and nothing is going good, and nothing's going well. And I asked him a series of questions. I was like, you know what? Do you have food? Do you have a house? Do you have, like, there's so many things that you can find to feel good about your life and about what's happening. But yet we choose to not, right? And I feel like we're unnecessarily making life so much more harder than it needs to be, and so much more tougher. Because think about it, if you're feeling bad most of the time, it becomes harder for you to feel motivated to just like get up and do anything, like go and work out, do your job or whatever, or like work on your passions and goals. Like, how are you supposed to then do things like maintain good relationships if you're just pissed off all the time? You're making life much more harder than it already is, right? The way to think about it is, life is so hard. What can you do? What can you choose to see and feel that will make your life much better, make it easier, right? And so my friend was asking me, like, okay, so like, for you, when would you feel bad? Like, what needs to happen for you to feel bad? I was like, I don't know. For me personally, it has to be something like really big, or like something that is not reversible. So, for example, the last time I felt really, really, really bad about something, or just even pretty bad about something, was when, like, I tore my ACL in my right knee, and that's pretty irreversible. So, and even then, like, I didn't spend too much time feeling bad about it. But nowadays, it's like bad stuff happens all the time. But I just decided, okay, how am I gonna choose to feel in this moment? Because at the end of the day, it is a choice, right? As much as you say it's not, it is a choice. And in terms of feeling good, like, man, I don't know. I try to feel good all the time. Like, what what can I see? What can I choose to see? What can I choose to realize that makes me feel good? Life's amazing, right now, I'm at a point of time where I'm maybe struggling the most in terms of, like, um, my skill level. For example, at sales, or like, I'm being challenged a lot, right? And I'm feeling a lot. But I mean, life's still good, right? And it's because I choose to see that. So the point of this is like, let's not make it so hard to feel good in life. Let's make it easier, and that comes with perspective, and that comes with making a choice. And let's not make it so easy to feel bad. Like just because you don't get your Starbucks drink right or whatever, or like your Tim Hortons or whatever it is, or you got like a rejection email from the job you're trying to apply for, or maybe if you're in sales and like somebody just hung up on you, it's not the end of the world. Like this is also just life. That's it. And as a result, alhamdulillah, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about life and about myself. I'm not satisfied. I'm still grinding and pushing to get better and be the best I can be. And I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I still feel pretty good about myself and I feel pretty good about what I'm doing to get there. And I have incredible amounts of conviction that I will get there, right? So, yeah, this is the sort of conversation I had with my friend. I was like, man, you've got to not beat yourself up about every small thing. And you should celebrate all the small good things that happen more. Like, or you should take time to truly uh, become aware of all the privileges that you have. Like you might not see it as a privilege. I probably don't, you know, realize on a daily basis that what I have, the life I have, is actually a privilege. For someone, it's a huge privilege, right? But I don't necessarily realize that unless I choose to realize that and choose to see that. So yeah, that's that's what I want to share this week. I hope this this is valuable, this is meaningful, and this is something that maybe got you to think uh, about your own life, about your own situation, and about what you could do uh, and and feel, or what you could do and what you could see to feel good, right? What could you do to make sure that your bar to feel good is very low and your bar to feel bad is very high? So yeah,